Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Dave Uester. I'm president of the Managed Service Provider Association of America. Today, we are joined by Ben from IT Accelerant. Ben, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, Dave.
I know this morning was a bit of a rush getting between meetings and everything, but thanks for taking the time and telling us a bit about Accelerant. Can you tell us about your company and what it is that you guys do?
Yes, of course. IT Accelerant is a managed service provider in the Denver metro area that serves other small businesses in the Denver metro area. We offer a range of IT services, from general outsource, of course,
Sure.
That we refer to as MSP. I hate that term, by the way. To help desk, cloud, data protection as a service, disaster recovery as a service. Essentially what we try to do is partner with our clients to be their IT department.
So I have to ask this because you brought it up, right? But when you say you hate the word MSP or the acronym MSP, why is that?
It's ambiguous. What service are you providing? It's managed. Great.
Okay. So we hear from a lot of MSPs, as you would put it, right? And a lot of the business world, like to your point, just doesn't know what that means exactly. And we talk managed services. I think, in the business world, and please correct me if I'm wrong here, but in the business world, people have come to expect that means IT.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's so broad because IT is cybersecurity, desktop support, endpoint, you name it. It's kind of the whole bundle of things, right?
How do they know I don't mow their lawn?
Sorry, say that again?
How do they know I don't offer lawn service? That's managed.
Yeah, no kidding, right? There's a valid point there. Tell us, so you obviously have this MSP, managed service provider in IT that you're referring to, and you're in Denver area. Is there a particular specialty that you focus on with your company?
The one vertical we found ourselves in, not through any decision, but small healthcare practices.
Okay.
Doctors that own their own practice, mostly dentists, but they're entrepreneurs who decide not to work for a larger company. They want to manage everything themselves. And so they serve their local community. People don't go across town to go to a dentist, right?
Sure.
And so those are probably the ones that we serve the most of. But it's really, that's in your traditional sense of a vertical, but it's really more, to me, it's really more about other small businesses who want to support businesses within their community that are all serving the same space, right? And that they want to have relationships with their vendors and the people that they work with. They choose to go to a community bank, they choose a local IT provider. They just choose to go local and not national. Maybe they even go to local restaurants and not franchises. So it's really more of that. How do we support that idea of local businesses serving their local community and partnering with other local businesses who have that same mission?
Okay, I like that idea. You said something earlier, and I wanted to just come back to a lot of, as you said, small dentists, like self-owned. They do a lot of their own internal. A lot of folks do that. A lot of companies do that, right? And for various reasons. But in your particular niche, in the dentist industry that you focus on, is there a reason why that is the case, to your experience?
I think all small business owners are used to wearing a lot of hats. And at some point they determine that they don't want to wear that hat anymore, or it just doesn't make sense, or they either because they don't like it. I think the reality is today that everyone's in IT. Everyone's gotten that Xbox for their kids for Christmas, and they got to hook it up and get it updated and get it working, right? And so I think when it comes to work, it's a similar situation. And so there's just a lot of, these people are obviously very intelligent, great self-starters, very capable. They could probably be in IT. They might even be better at it than I am. They choose to be in dentistry, or they choose to be a surgeon or manufacture something, right? And so they're choosing not to be in technology at that point, but they do know it a little bit because they have the skills and capabilities. What they lack that I try to bring is the experience, and knowing how to do things the first time, and having the ability to learn from one client and apply it across all my clients so they all get the benefit. And that's the part where it doesn't matter how smart you are, it doesn't matter how determined you are. You only get the experience and time, and you can only get that knowledge if you have a lot of clients. And so that's really the value add I'm able to provide to them that they really can't do themselves.
So let's talk about your experience then. You mentioned that, and I can see that you're a very passionate person about what you do, but you're also very realistic.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about your experience.
I got into IT at the .com boom, right? Or the bust, I should say. It was a tough time, but I love technology. And so I decided that was what I was going to do, even if it was a tough time to get in. I worked for a lot of larger corporations throughout my career. About 8 years ago, I started working for a managed service provider in Annapolis, Maryland. And I've been in a leadership role at a managed service provider since. And what I really liked about it was the win-win situation with managed service providers, right? The whole goal of you taking off the technology burden off of a company, and they are successful because they're able to focus on the business and not technology. And I'm successful because if I am proactive and I solve your problems before they occur, I can manage more clients with the same number of people, right? And so the fact that our goals were aligned, and it was a small business helping other small businesses, like I mentioned earlier, those were the things that really drew me to it. And that's when I decided I would probably never go back to the enterprise space. I'd always stay at an MSP. The other thing I really have learned to love about it is you get to really get to know the business owners and all the different types of businesses that exist, which is always fascinating to me. It seems like every day there's a new model that I didn't know existed. And each of those models has a unique technical challenge. And that's an interesting problem to solve. And so while we acquire these skills and this experience that's applicable to everyone, we never stop having the opportunity to face a new problem and solve a new challenge and kind of be the hero again, right? Come in, save the day, and that feels really good at the end of the day.
Okay. I like that theory. I like that philosophy. One of the things we always ask all the managed services that we speak to, or providers, should I say, that we speak to, is throughout the United States, there are thousands upon thousands upon thousands of us.
Yeah.
What is it about you and your company that makes you different? Now, I pick up what is different about you just from speaking to you, but from your perspective, what makes you guys different?
I think what really makes us different is that we're unique individuals, and our customers choose to work with us because they enjoy working with us, right? We all spend a good portion of our time at work. And I think it's very important to do work that you find purpose in, that's fulfilling, and then, and most of all, that you enjoy the people you work with. And so our customers choose us because they enjoy working with us. Most of our new clients come from referrals because other customers enjoy working for us, and then they tell other people. And so, I don't think we have anything truly technically unique. We're not using anything really special. Really, it's us. And our customers enjoy working with us, and we enjoy working with them. And we're looking for more people who that's what they're looking for to partner. They're, obviously we compete on price and capabilities and all that other stuff, but ultimately it's about the relationship, and it's about the trust that we build, and it's about them knowing that we're looking for their best interest, and that we're going to win together. And there's not a scenario where we can win without them.
You know, we hear that time and time again from a number of companies we speak to is it's about the relationship. And like you just said, it's about that relationship of having that connection with someone that you are comfortable working with. You know, like you said, price and cost and all that comes down the line, right? But it's about the initial relationship. So I appreciate that. We're running up on time here in a few minutes, but before we do close, you know, anyone who's going to be watching this now or in the future, do you want to say anything in closing to those folks?
You know, I'm really glad that I got the chance for them to get to know me a little bit, and I would really like to get to know them more. My philosophy is help as many people as possible, and it'll come back tenfold. So if there's anybody out there that needs any help with anything, whether you're another MSP owner or a small business or whatever, and there's anything I could ever do to help, I'm going to help first and figure out how to apply business to it later.
Awesome, Ben. And for those folks who are watching, and if you do need help and you want to reach out to Ben, the website is down below. Go have a look and see if it's a good fit for you, and at least have a conversation with Ben. And I don't know, maybe go. I'm sure, Ben, you'd love to go out to lunch with folks, right?
Yeah, coffee, lunch, beer, whatever. I'm up. If you'll listen to me talk, I'll talk all day.
Yeah, I'm the same, right? Once we get talking about tech, it just doesn't stop, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ben, thank you so much for this time. I really appreciate speaking with you. I really appreciate your perspective on everything. I hope you have a fantastic day.
You too. I really appreciate that you having me on. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good day, Ben. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.